Hey everyone, I wanted to highlight something I've touched on a few times, which is the StockCharts.com tool. This is a little outside of doing mobile trading, but it's a great idea if you get into it and you want to do a lot more technical analysis. This is a great tool. It's free to use, and I think you guys will really get a lot of use out of it, and it'll help you with your education and become a better stock trader. So basically just, stockcharts.com, just type that in at the top. Um, Kind of ignore what's going on the screen in front of you for a second and just focus on this part right here, the enter symbol or company name. So I'm going to keep it simple because I want to do a series of videos with this website to kind of show you guys how to use the tools and stuff like that. But for right now, we'll just do Facebook. That's a big enough company that everybody knows. So Facebook or FB, you could type in either one. We're going to select that. So right off the bat, this is probably going to be a little confusing, just showing these different things. You have the RSI at the top, you have a candlestick graph with moving averages, and you have a MACD chart here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear that up for you guys real quick. And how you do that is you come to these chart attributes area down here. Now you're going to see the period, daily, range, fill chart. The fill chart is the one I'm going to do first. I'm going to click that and I'm going to do 5 years. I'm going to go as far back in time as I can. With stock charts, you can do up to 5 years. So select that. Now right under that is type. Now I do use candlesticks and I will make more videos in the future to try to explain this better to you. But for right now, we're just going to click that. I'm going to do solid line thin. We're going to try to keep this chart as simple as possible for you guys. Now I'm going to come down to overlays next. I'm going to click on the simple moving average and I'm going to click none. And then the one again, I'm going to click simple moving average, then I'm going to click none. Then I'm going to come down to these indicators. I'm going to click RSI, scroll to the top. Oh, fuck that up. I'm going to click none, and then I'm going to click MACD, and I'm going to click none. Now again, I use those indicators, but for simplicity's sake, we're going to keep this simple. So now I'm just going to click this update button. You click this update button, click this update button, click this update button. Doesn't matter, they all do the same thing. Alright, so now we kind of have a bare bones chart of Facebook for 5 years. So looking at this chart, you can see it has very good growth because the trend is just continuing upwards constantly. So like it's a good company. Now, what I'm going to show you guys real quick is how to annotate these charts. Basically, we're going to be drawing trend lines, retracement lines. We're going to be highlighting entry point levels, things like that. Stuff that I use with technical analysis to help me trade. So that annotate button's right here. It's right above the chart attributes little section. So I'm going to click annotate. Now I get a chart in front of me, right? So one that I use every time, every time I do a chart is right below the pointer button is this line. You click that, and you have these options: trend line, vertical line, horizontal line, auto support resistance, and parabola. Now I use trend line the most because I'm trying to identify the get in and the get out points basically when I buy low and I sell high. So I'm gonna click trend line. Now I'm going to pick points on this graph to basically illustrate a channel, meaning I'm going to do a line across the top and the bottom, and I'm going to allow you, or it's going to allow you guys to see what I look at when I'm analyzing. So I'm going to pick this point right here because it's kind of high and offsetting. Actually, I'm going to pick this point back here, I think. Nah, and I'll do this one right here. I'm going to click it and hold it, and I'm going to drag it across this chart, right? So as you see, there's points that kind of touch uh, this chart when I do this. And I'll explain that in a second. But we're going to go with that. Yeah, we're going to highlight this breakout. So it's a little off actually. There we go. It's better. So remember, this is a 5-year chart. This is a long trend chart. But this is a nice clean channel right here. This is a nice clean channel. And you see it, it'll start this peak here, and it'll go along, and it'll hit the line again, then it'll hit the line again, then it'll hit the line again, again. So it's not breaking past this channel. So this is a nice solid trend line right here. And the bottom, same thing. It hits here, hits about here, hits here, hits here, hits here, hits here, and then it actually kind of broke a little bit. Now, what I want to highlight on that real quick is when you break a trend line, and that's a potential for a good a buying opportunity. But this is a simple way to draw trend lines to illustrate like a channel that the stock is moving in. So I'm going to close this out, and we're going to work on a 1-year chart now to make it easier for you guys. But this is a 5-year, and this is from basically 2000 was it 14 all the way to 17. Just this channel that I highlighted. So we're going to close that. Again, this is just a normal chart. We're going to go to the range part again. You can either click the range and change 1 year here, or you can click the years and just simply do 1 year. So I'm going to do it this way. 1 year, and then again hit one of these update buttons. Alright, so now we have a 1-year chart. So now I'm going to go to the annotate again, and I'm going to look at chart attributes. And the reason why I did a 5-year again, just real quick, it's because I want you guys to get the entire picture. Always look as far back as possible as you can to kind of understand the whole story of the stock, where it's came from, where it's going. You know what I mean? You want to be able to make predictions. That's the whole point of this technical analysis. We're going to be making predictions on what's going to happen. So again, I'm going to go to my favorite button right here, click it. I'm going to do trend lines, and I'm going to draw pretty much the same trend lines, but you're going to probably notice something different this time. So I'm going to start from this peak way up here. I'm going to drag it backwards this time, and I'm probably going to touch it to this one. Now you see a slight breakout here, but it kind of retraced, so it's nothing worth really mentioning. But this right here, where this trend kind of comes and look at it comes back. And then what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and we'll drag this all the way over here for simplicity's sake. So you see in this trend, it hit up, it hit down, it hit up, it hit down, it hit up, went up a little bit, it hit up, it hit down, and then it broke down completely. It broke out of this trend line. Now, if you're long-term Facebook, this is a great buying opportunity right here because it broke out of that trend line. If you bought in here, you're definitely a trader who knows what they're doing. Now, if this was another company that's maybe not as good as Facebook, like I can't think of one off the top of my head, but like it's a questionable company and it break down, this might be a scary situation, and this might be where you want to start selling your shares because you don't think this company's gonna make it. But Facebook's a big company, it's not going on anywhere, it's only gonna continue to grow. And in my opinion, I like in my personal IRA account, I bought right here. So not in my trading account. My trading account, I trade penny stocks. In my retirement account, which is my long term, when I'm an old man and I want to, sit on the porch and all that shit. This is where I'm buying at. This is where I'm buying at. I'm holding Facebook long. Every time there's breakouts like this, I buy. Or even when it hits downtrends like this or like this, I might even buy this right here. Anytime like it drops low enough in that channel where I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna buy it. Because I don't want to buy high up here. That's just a waste of money. Because as soon as it hits that line, boom, comes down, and then it goes up, and then it starts. It looks like it might hold it, and then at some point it drops down. That's just like how channels work. Up down, up down, up down. That's the whole trend line. That's how we draw trend lines. Now, I'm going to show you another trend line that I use, which is the horizontal trend line. And basically this one you don't have to click and drag, you just tap. So you see right here, And right here, all around the 115 mark, let me bring that down a little bit. There we go. All around the 115 mark, it hit that trend line. So it hit, it went up, almost bounced off this channel trend line to look like it's going to get back in the trend, but it failed and it dropped again. And then it came up and then it dropped again. And then it came up and it hit it. So, I mean, if I were to make a prediction on the stock right now, looking at this chart, I think it's gonna get back up into this channel and start going up. But you see, you had 3 points of contact right here, 3 opportunities to buy it at 115. Now, I believe I don't honestly remember. I want to say I bought it 116, 117. I didn't get the perfect dip. There's an expression called catching a falling knife. I like you don't want to just like wait like as it goes down, buy. Like I buy dips, but like I don't expect to catch the exact point that it hits bottom and bounces up. Like I'm not that good, you know. Like I can't make those bold predictions, but I can using technical analysis find good buying points where I buy it, 116, 117, it drops to 115, which I mean like I lose a buck, big whoop, but I'm holding this for my retirement. This is long term. So now it's jumped back up and it's at 128. So I mean I'm already, made 10 bucks on the shares that I bought pretty much right there. But this is just simple trend line analysis with a technical chart. So there's many more things that we could do that I'm going to show you in other videos, but just for this video, I just want to show you simple trend lines and how to draw them. Now, just to keep it interesting, let's do a different stock. So we'll do Nike. We'll get into a different sector altogether. So you can write Nike or write the ticker symbol NKE and bring that up. So it's always going to default to this original chart. So again, I'm going to clean it up for you guys. I'm going to go to the range, go to 5 years. I'm going to go to overlays. I'm going to remove them. And I guess before I take it away, just explain to you guys what it is. Overlays are the moving averages. So moving averages is just how the stock moves in a period of time. So you have the red line here, which is a 200-day moving average, and a 50-day, which is this blue line. So in 50 days, how the trend moves. These are good to use for long-term analysis. It tells you when there's reversals, the overall trend, and stuff like that, so they're good to have. But I'm going to remove them for right now. I'll get to those in later videos, and I do use them. But for right now, like I said, for simplicity's sake, we're just going to do the charts. And we're just going to do simple trend lines. And I know this video is going to be a little long, but, I apologize. But understand that this is, like, very helpful. Oh, shit, I didn't take away candles. This is very helpful for you guys because you can learn a lot just doing simple, very, very, very simple charting, and you can make really good estimates on this. Now I'm going to go to my favorite button again, annotate. I'm going to hit that. Go to my next favorite button. We're going to draw some trend lines. So you see here already, if you kind of learned what I was looking at, this is a huge breakout over here. This is all consolidation. This is probably a good time to buy. So we'll draw it like this, and we'll say like right here because this has some good contact points, and then we'll draw it right here. Actually, that doesn't look very even. They don't have to be perfectly straight lines, They're not always going to line up parallel like this. Sometimes you get like the megaphone, where like kind of looks like that or something. Like it'll be in a consolidation trend where it breaks out, or vice versa. It'll be like this where it keeps expanding. But for right now there we'll draw it like this. So this is like again a 5-year chart, and look at this. This has been a pretty solid uptrend, or it's came up, it's came down, it's came up, came down. But then look at this. It just like what happened over here. All of this breakdown. So this is like again, this is the buying opportunity. If you're long Nike, like you're holding it multi-year, Like this is a good buying opportunity because Nike's not going anywhere. It's a huge company. You know, if this company went bankrupt and closed down, like it'd be shocking. Like Nike's one of the biggest apparel companies like there is. Like who doesn't know what Nike is, you know? So now we're gonna move to a 1 year chart because again, I'm more of a day-to-day trader. I typically do 1 year charts to day-to-day charts, monthly charts, weekly charts, but I'm just gonna show you guys just basic trends. Now already looking at this, again, I'm gonna go to my favorite button, annotate. We're gonna draw trend lines, but already looking at this, it's in a downtrend. I can tell you off top without even drawing lines, this is in a downtrend. So this is a little bit more scary if you're looking at this on a 1 year trend. If you're looking at a 5 year trend, you're looking at it as a buying opportunity. If you're looking at a 1 year trend, you're probably looking at this as a selling opportunity. But depending on your outlook. So all the peaks in here, I'm going to start at this peak. This looks like a good peak. And I'm going to bring it down to here. So there's a little bit of breakout on that peak, but it came back. And I'm gonna say this one. So just to kind of give you like a trend that I'm looking at now. You could drag this and you can make arguments for all this stuff happening back here, but we're not really focused on this because it's a lot of ups and downs. But now you see we're on a downtrend. So now the stock's going down, and this is over 1 year again. So if you bought this, let's say, what the fuck? Here we go. In a year ago today, and you bought it right here at that looks like $64, you're probably pretty upset because this stock just keeps going down, 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 down. Now, if you're on that 5 year outlook and you bought it way back, 5 years ago, and then you saw this happening, you'd be like, this is a perfect buying opportunity to me to add to my position. But, excuse me, what I'm looking at right here is like if I was a short seller in stocks, I'd be shorting it here. And if you don't know what short selling is, there's plenty of videos online about it. I'm not really going to get into it too much because I use Robinhood, and Robinhood you can't short sell stocks. You can only go long. So we're not going to really go too far into that. But this is now a downtrend. So, and you see a little bit of consolidation down here. So I'm going to use my next favorite tool, horizontal line. Now I'm going to put it right here. So you see this stock here kind of touch and then go up and then touch. And now it's actually showing higher lows and higher highs, and it's moving upward. And you see where it's at right now at this 52 bucks. It's actually touching at the top of this downtrend. Now you could speculate that it tapped it once right here. It could tap it again and then continue downward. But if it breaks out like this and it actually holds that breakout, it could begin a new uptrend. So depending on how you want to look at that, like I said, if I'm long Nike, like I'm holding this for a decade, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, I'd probably buy it right here. This is a good buying opportunity because it got knocked down off of that 5 year chart. But if I'm a day trader with Nike, I'm gonna be hesitant because I don't see a good opportunity to really get in because I think it's going to tap this line again and continue going down. Now, if it was tapping around here and then steadily going up, that'd be different. But it's up here at the top of the trend line, so I think it's going to go down. So that's just kind of a couple of charts showing you guys. Never going to get over this cold. I'm sorry. Um, those are just some basic charts of doing basic trend lines. So again, StockCharts.com, great, great, great tool for you guys. You could use this on the mobile phone, but I encourage you to step on a little bit bigger screen. If you got a tablet or iPad, laptop, computer preferably, but if you got like a tablet or iPad, it's a little better because when you're looking at these little incremental numbers, it's hard on a cell phone screen. Like I got a 5-inch screen, but it's still hard, to look at it on a cell phone screen. My laptop is 15 inches, so it gives me a much bigger area to look at, and I can make small calculations. And when you make these trades to find good price points to get in, you want a bigger screen because you're looking at pennies, and I trade penny stocks. So the stock could be at a buck 25. I want to get at a buck 23. I want to see the individual penny lines, and where they line up. But I just wanted to give you guys that video. I'm gonna try to start doing this more often. Like I said, I'm a technical analysis trader, so I want to show you guys what I see, what I when I look at charts, and what makes me say buy or sell. You know what I mean? So if you like this video, click like and subscribe. Help me out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have some technical analysis ideas that you want to throw out there to help everybody out, go ahead. If you have questions on some stuff, let me know. I'll do my best to try to answer it for you guys. All right. So enjoy the rest of your day.